Hello everyone. You might recognize me as Zombie Dude 100, and I know it's been a while since I did a review. I've just been sidetracked. I've been lazy. I can throw excuses out. None of them are very valid, so you'll have to excuse me. But this is not going to be the best review in the world. But I thought I'd throw it out anyway. Last night I went to go see 127 Hours, and I thought I'd give my brief impressions on it. 127 Hours. It's cheesy, but, you can't really call it a bad movie, because if you start saying it's bad, people start saying, you can't say that, it's a true story, and the story's sad. But I'm not saying that. I mean, it's a good movie. It's cheesy, but it's a good movie. James Franco. I cannot watch many movies with James Franco. He was the reason I don't like Pineapple Express. A lot of people really like that movie. I don't like Pineapple Express, mostly because he's in it, because ever since I saw the Spider-Man movies, I do not like James Franco. In every scene in the Spider-Man movies, he basically piss whines and just keeps reminding Peter Parker that he killed his dad. And I know it's stupid to hold a grudge like that. That's like me saying, I don't like Sean Connery because he was in Highlander 2. But he just left such a big impression on me that he's just a piss whiner that I don't like a lot of his movies. But he wasn't bad in this. He didn't have much to do. I mean, basically the movie is just based around him, but there was very little dialogue in comparison to a lot of other movies. Like, there's not exactly big conversations. He has conversations with himself, but there's not a lot of conversations. But I suppose a lot of people would go and see this movie mostly because they're a fan of Saw and they'd like to see some people tear their arms off. And the people that want to see the gory effect of this movie, it's very, very graphic. And all I can say is, Danny Boyle, you are a sick person. Danny Boyle being the director. I mean, it was just a really, really hard to watch movie. He starts drinking his own urine. I think the hardest scene is obviously when he's trying to cut his arm off, mostly because he breaks it. He dislocates it and then snaps the bone. And then I think it gets really bad when he starts, cutting through nerves. That was really hard to watch. But and basically, you get this image of James Franco just looking like something that 28 days later he's like covered in blood and stuff. It's crazy. But overall, is it a good movie-going experience? I'd say yes. I'd say it's worth going to see. However, if you are meek of heart, I mean, you don't like watching blood, not many people do, but if you're getting thrown off by a movie because there's like a whole bunch of blood in it, like or just general shocking content, it's not advisable. It is not exactly a family movie. It's bleak and surprisingly uplifting at the same time. And it's a really strange combination because you've got this dude who's got his arm wedged in a rock, and he's tearing it off. But at the same time, it's really uplifting because there's all this hope in him getting rescued and all. And you might be saying that's a spoiler, but I'd expect people to know the story at this point. I mean, it's based on a true story. And you've got the guy, I can't even remember his name, like Aaron, whatever. He actually made a cameo at the end. They just sort of say, on February 2010, he had his first kid and stuff like that. But overall, yeah, I'd actually recommend this movie. Again, if you are, you don't like blood, you don't like graphic nature, don't watch it. But overall, I still think it is worth watching. As well, I mean, it's bound to do pretty well in regards to box office, because basically they shot this on a low budget, because basically a lot of the interior is just indoor, it's a rock. They just have this rock chasm, and that's it. They do start to branch out near the end, he starts getting out of the chasm and that, but it's not exactly the biggest high-budget movie, but it's still effective, and I liked it. But I know this was a little brief overview of the movie, but I really just wanted to get back into my movie reviews, so 127 Hours, go see it. It was really good. And that's not like me. I usually hate a lot of movies for no reason, but I was going into this movie with a really good attitude. I was expecting a good movie, so anyway, until next time, guys, have a nice day.